that by the youngster Parker. Robinson takes over. Good ball, Becchio.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Football My Passion. Let's start off with some of the fixtures that had a lot of goals in them. First off, we can see Arsenal versus Fulham. It was a 3-0 thumping of Fulham, actually at home. And if we see the fixtures, if we see the stats over here, obviously Arsenal dominated possession. Lacazette, Gabriel, he scored on his debut, and Aubameyang, he scored as well. When we see overall, when you think about the lineup, in case of Arsenal, Willian had a really good game. I know you don't see him amongst the scorers, but he gave 2 assists, and I think he's going to be a player to watch out for Arsenal. I think he's going to give a good amount of assists as he plays more games for them. The other high-scoring fixture, Liverpool versus Leeds United. I don't know if you guys saw this live. I did have the option of doing so. A lot of chances created, end-to-end stuff. And it actually gave us an insight of how Marco Bielsa will set up his team in the Premier League. It seems like he's not going to change the way they played in the Championship. They are going to go all out. In this particular fixture, we can clearly see Salah was the one, right? He, at 9.7 rating, scoring 3 goals. For some of them who had Salah in their FPL teams and captained him, got like 40 odd points. So that's really crazy. Unfortunately, Mane was not on the score sheet either for a goal or an assist, and neither was Trent. But yeah, Salah scored 3 goals. But when you think about Leeds, their goals came from everywhere. Patrick Bamford scored a goal due to a mistake Virgil van Dijk made. Jack Harrison, who was the other scorer, it was a pretty good goal, I would say. And Matthews Klitsch was the other scorer. And that game came really close. When you see they got 2 penalties, when Liverpool got 2 penalties, obviously one at the 4th minute and the one at 88th minute, it tells you that, yeah, they were going out. This game was very well wide open. And yeah, there was a good chance that this could have ended in a draw. But yeah, eventually Liverpool, as they know, to win, they eventually got a penalty in the 88th minute and killed it there. The other high-scoring game, if I have to see, is Leicester at West Brom away. And when we check out the stats, Vardy, as expected, did score over here. Vardy had 2 penalties again a player with 2 penalties, just like Salah. He did really well, as usual. West Brom just promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. Castagna, who just came from Atlanta a week or so ago, he is more of a attacking right back or a right wing back or a right midfielder, whatever you want to call him. He did play as a right back with James Justin switching flanks. He went onto the left side, even though he scored. He's shown as a rating too. He has a rating of 7.7. I think he was a bit uncomfortable overall. But yeah, in general, Timothy Castagna had a really good game. I hope I'm not butchering his name here. Jamie Vardy, as usual, the Golden Boot winner, top scorer of the Premier League last season. Harvey Barnes, if he continues to play the way he did last season, he might see a lot of goals under his belt. Goals or assist, actually. The third high-scoring game, or the another high-scoring game, obviously was the one on Monday. Chelsea versus Brighton, 3-1. Chelsea with their new additions, right? When you look at their lineup, they lined up in a 4-2-3-1. Werner did start the game. He was the one who provided the assist for the Jorginho penalty. Mason Mount still did start, obviously with Pulisic out with an injury. Kai Havertz Shows on the right side over here, but I think he did kind of transition in centrally over a period of time. And you can see he played close to 80 minutes. Jorginho obviously got the penalty as well as an assist, so he had a really good game. Reece James, the top scorer, the best player on the pitch overall, I would say, scoring a goal and assisting one. Really great game for him. Kurt Zuma scoring a goal. Uh, I don't know if they're going to stick to this particular backline. It's likely that Zuma might end up partnering Thiago Silva going ahead. So yeah, that's for the high scoring games. Overall, a really exciting start to the Premier League. Obviously, we have a couple of games which got postponed. The Burnley versus United game, City versus Aston Villa. So yeah, those teams are going to play their first games next week, which is tomorrow, as I'm recording this on a Friday. I'm really excited with the other fixtures coming up on Saturday. You can see Everton versus West Brom. Everton with their new midfield three with James Rodriguez leading the attack. Leeds versus Fulham, two championship teams who fought for the promotions. Leeds obviously clearly knocking it out of the park, but I think this is going to be a high scoring game. They're going to go at each other, and with the way Leeds played, I didn't show you the stats, but when you think about the Liverpool versus Leeds game, Leeds had a high amount of possession. They had more than 50% possession. I wouldn't say it was by a whole lot. I think 52 something, 52 versus 48. But that shows how comfortable they are on the ball. And they, I think, are going to be the surprise team, just like Sheffield were last season. Another big game, United versus Crystal Palace. United kicking off the Premier League. Bruno, Martial, Mason. I don't know if Mason is going to start. I hope he does, obviously. And Van de Beek, obviously the new signing. With Sancho still nowhere on the horizon. We never know. Hopefully United still sign him by the deadline day, which is October 5, to get any player outside of England. Arsenal versus West Ham. I think this is going to be a high scoring game as well. Aubameyang, again, all eyes will be on him. Willian, as I said earlier, a lot of people would be watching out for him. I think he's going to play that game as well. He's going to start that game. Southampton versus Spurs. Spurs, at the moment of the recording, obviously there's news out there that Bale has arrived at the training complex. Serge Reguilon was expected as well. By adding Bale on the right side, right, and Son on the left and Kane in the center, I think Spurs are going to be a whole lot different. Obviously, it depends on how fit Bale is. He hasn't played a whole lot of games for Madrid in the past season. He was hauled off at 45 minutes for the Wales game, the international friendly, I think. So it would be wait and watch. But once he's fit, I think Spurs are going to score a lot of goals. And in Serge Reguilon, I think there might be a slight change in formation, the way Spurs will play. I think they might end up going to a 3-4-3 or like a 3-4-1-2. I'm not sure. But with Serge Reguilon playing as that attacking left back or wing back in that formation, and Bale in that front three, Kane, Son, and Bale. And that is going to be really exciting. I think players like Musa Sissoko, Harry Winks can sit back a bit more. And I think along with Bale, Kane, Son, and Serge Reguilon, if hopefully he starts a whole lot, and Matt Doherty, who scored a lot of goals and gave assist, I think these five players are going to join the attack a whole lot more. They're going to play a bit like how Chelsea played under Antonio Conte. So yeah, that would be an exciting game to see. I know Spurs didn't have a great start against Everton at home, actually. So I am hoping they are raring to go back. This is not another of Jose Mourinho's team who is going to sit back. At least the intentions are towards playing free-flowing football. So let's watch out for that game. And huge game, right? On Sunday, Chelsea playing Liverpool at home. I don't know what is the current news on Pulisic. I think Pulisic is definitely an upgrade on Mason Mount. When you think about the lineup that they had last week, if Pulisic can start, and we're forgetting Hakim Ziyech, I don't know what his fitness is like. If these two players are fit, Chelsea will have a really good game. Overall, anyways, Lampard likes to play attacking football. So I'm hoping this game has a lot of goals, lot of entertainment for fans. Another game over here, Leicester versus Burnley. You can see, I would say it's a tough fixture. Leicester versus Burnley. Burnley always having a solid defense, solid track record of that. Leicester currently with James Maddison, I think still not fully fit. They still don't have that extra special creative player. They are currently lacking that. And they're trying to make up for it by playing with Harvey Barnes on the wing and Vardy obviously as a central striker. I feel this might be a low-scoring game, and I am hoping Leicester win this particular one with obviously Vardy, one of the scorers. We see there are two more fixtures on Monday with City playing their game against Wolves away. That is going to be one hell of a game. Wolves like to give it to the opponent, and against the top six teams, they are pretty good. Last season, I think some of the games between a couple of games between Wolves and Man City were really entertaining. So it would be good to watch out. KDB and Sterling would be on the pitch. They're going to have Ferran Torres. I don't know if he's going to start. City are still working towards getting Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli. So if they get Koulibaly, their defense is going to be really strong going into the season. I think that was one area where they had to strengthen. So yeah, this game would be, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but this game will be really exciting because it is City and they don't hold back, and same does Wolves against any opponent. Aston Villa versus Sheffield is another game. That game, I don't know how Sheffield are going to pan out after losing Dean Henderson. And I don't want to take any credit away from their other defenders overall, but I really want to see how they do going into the season without Dean Henderson and Aaron Ramsdale between the sticks. Yeah, so yeah, really excited for the second game week. I really hope as football fans, we do get to see some exciting stuff, a lot of goals, a lot of great tackles. I'm really excited for this another game week. So thank you guys. If you stayed on till now, I really appreciate that. Hope if you like my video, please do hit a like, because that's how the content is promoted. Please do share, to subscribe, and please do come back again. Ciao.